Okay, welcome to the Trading Money Futures and Forex forecast for the week of March the 11th. Looking forward to sharing my thoughts on the markets this week, for this next week. Hope you are all doing well. Let's just jump right in here with the stock market. We've had the advanced decline line um, still showing a lot of strength here, and so that we've seen a lot of strength here in the stock market. So we've got a couple of moves attempts to go down, but if we come back to Thursday's high on Monday, then that's still a buy signal in this market. What we need to see is an attempt to get back down to these levels here, and then attempt to go back up, kind of a head and shoulders type pattern before we start seeing a move down. Now, all of that could happen in a single day. We could see a big down day, and then the next day come up a little bit, and then drop right back down. So it could happen in a couple days, depending on what people are looking at. But again, something's propping up these markets, and so we'll just continue to trade what we see, not what we want, and continue to be bullish in the stock futures. In precious metals, sing Gloria and Hallelujah. All month, all year long, I've been waiting for silver to get up to the 2450 level, and we finally hit that just this week. You can see that at the beginning of 2024, we've been in this consolidation range. We finally broke above. So we might be pulling back a little bit down towards 24. If we get back down to 24 and to have a bounce here, then I'm going to be bullish still on the precious metals. But you can see right now we're a little bit overbought, so I want to kind of wait and see uh, what this does. This could easily get back up to this 26 level without without any prejudice, without any pullback. And so we could miss that boat, but I want to see a little bit of a pullback first, and then another buy signal in silver. Again, I mentioned with precious metals with gold that we could get back up to these levels that we saw in December and all year long, January, February, the beginning of March. I've been waiting for that to happen, and we finally got that happen. Gold just went on a splurge last week, and it is looking good. So again, looking for a pullback to continue to go long, but we're breaking above this level on Friday. You can see last Friday, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all up days in gold, all coming up to this old highs, what we've been expecting all year long, and our patience has finally paid off. And so I've actually taken profits. I took profits a little bit early, 2120s, where I had my targets on gold, and I've been waiting for a pullback. And so I missed another 60 points on this, but um, no matter. We caught our watermelon trade, and we caught the profits we've been waiting for a while. So I'm waiting for a pullback in gold. Crude oil keeps trying to poke its head above 80 right here. We've got a couple attempts to poke above 80, but it still hasn't gotten up to the mid 80s. So I'm kind of waiting for that to happen, but it's just a little bit choppy. And nothing huge on this position. But if it does come down below 75, 76, and I'll be looking at taking stops, because then it should come back down in the low 70s. We'll wait for another buy signal. But I am bullish the energy markets and looking for buy signals in crude oil. Natural gas, we got our formation of higher lows here. But you can see that we kind of had a down dismal day on Thursday here that is uh, making life a little bit difficult. Have to be patient with this. So this low over down in here has to hold, and this could form a new kind of intermediate term higher low. And so if Monday, if we get to Friday's high, that's a buy signal, three bar reversal back to the upside, or you could wait to see if we get a break of this channel here. I'm still bullish natural gas. I think it's going to have a nice spike, kind of like we had in these type of situations in the past. A nice spike back up into the 250, 2.5, 2.8, up into this, even up to 3, up into here. So That's what I'm waiting for in the natural gas, and I have my stops below this pivot low here. Let's go to the grain markets. You can see that I've been waiting patiently for soybeans all the year long as well to to make a rally, and it's just slowly come down and down and down and down. We are finally breaking this channel downwards. You can see that all these trend lines down are finally being broken. So I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback and then a continuation. Even our price open interest volume is breaking to the upside. And so we are seeing some strength in this market finally. And yeah, it's been expected. We've got commercials been buying all this downward movement. They've been buying, buying, buying quite aggressively. So I am holding on to a little position. I'd like to see a pullback and then a break of that, and then I'm going to probably add another little position to this. Let's take a look as well at soybean meal. Soybean meal is very similar. You can see that we've got these trend lines that are coming down. We've formed a base here, created a higher low, and made a breakout. So this is something that we've been waiting for, and we should get back up into these 370s, maybe even up to the 380s in soybean meal. Typically wheat has been stronger in the market in the grain markets, but wheat has been coming down. And so my position is wheat was stopped out this week. So I'm waiting for another buy signal. This kind of gave us a buy signal, but I'm going to be waiting for a trend line to be broken and a formation of a higher low. That's kind of what we're looking for. And so hopefully coming back up in this being pulled up by the other grains. But unfortunately, it got stopped out in wheat last week. The bond market has made a rally that I did not expect to happen so soon. I was expecting it to kind of come down a little bit more into the 115 area, but it did come up to the 121, 122, which I thought it might in, in another week or so. So it happened. It happened a couple weeks earlier than I anticipated. And so I missed this move back to the upside on bonds, but we could be making a move back to the downside if the dollar strengthens a little bit. If not, we're going to see that 124 level up here again. So look for buy signals, uh, wait for a pullback, and look for buy signals in the bond market. Okay, let's take a look at the Forex markets. My Alveo isn't pulling up. So I'm just pulling up a MetaTrader 5 here chart of our Forex pairs. We've got the dollar yen that we like to look at. You can see that, again, another market that I wasn't expecting to come down just yet. I was expecting it to make an attempt to hit this high up here first and then come down. So I did miss the majority of this move. I did catch a couple of pips here, but we had about 300 pip move once it broke this consolidation and it came down to these lows. So that's a pretty good move here. But I was able to capture some of the euro yen. I'll show you in a second. But this dollar yen, again, I was expecting it to try to make an attempt higher first and then come down in a week or so. So again, the dollar weakening happened a little bit sooner than I expected. So I missed out on this move here. When it comes to waiting for another move. We could see this come down a little bit farther on Monday, but I expect a formation of a higher a lower high. So I expect a rally here a bit back to the 148 level before a potential move even farther to the downside into the month of uh, April and May. So I'm thinking that April and May we'll see some strength in the Japanese yen. In the British pound, I mentioned last week that we should be seeing the pound get up to these highs here and maybe start selling. And so I did not expect it to make a break again this soon. I didn't expect the dollar to be so weak this past week, but it did do what I anticipated, come back up to these highs and make a break. So we should be coming back to test this break. And if the dollar is still weak, then we'll see a continuation of this. If the dollar kind of makes a turn, then we should come back. into this consolidation area, and then probably test these levels here. Well, 127.80 and then 12700, and then I think it will continue to be bullish. We'll continue to see dollar weakness into the second quarter of the year. So look for pullbacks and look to be bullish. The euro is definitely weaker than the pound. You can see that the pound broke previous pivot highs of this same time frame here, but the euro is still struggling to get back to that. And so if the euro seems to want to catch up to the pound, then we should still see some bullishness into these pivot levels up in here. So there's still a ways to go for the euro. But again, it's been weaker. And so if you're looking to be a seller of currencies against the dollar, you probably want to be selling the euro rather than the pound right now, because the euro is a lot weaker. The pound is actually showing a higher high, where the euro is still struggling to get back to that previous pivot. So, um, but it could catch up too. It could have some nice volatility and catch up. It's only a couple hundred pips away from that area. So I'll be looking for little pullbacks and buy signals in the euro as well. The euro yen was quite fun because we were looking at a particular pivot right here in a formation of a lower high, and then the market started to come down. Now on Thursday, we had a big down day and then a big rally that I was selling against, and I unfortunately took a small little loss here, expecting it to kind of come back higher on Friday, but Friday came right back down. So I think if we see a break of Thursday's low on Monday, we'll see a continuation of this selling. We might get a little bit of pop up on Monday, Tuesday, but I expect the euro yen to continue to come down back into these 159, 158 levels for next week. So that's what I'm going to be looking for in the Forex markets. I wish you all the best in your trading this week. If you have any questions, be sure to email me at kevin@tradingbuddysystem.com. And happy trading, traders. Take care.